Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Project Rewind, a recreation of the first season of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate CBU Tournament series that I held on my Instagram. So, today, for those of you who are all caught up, we are on episode 6 of Project Rewind now, which means this is our 6th tournament that we have held in the series. I'm really excited to do this one. There isn't really any special gimmick to this one. As I've said throughout all the previous tournaments, in order to make the tournament series more interesting, I decided to throw some special themes and gimmicks into the tournaments to make it more of an enjoyable and viewing experience, and just it'd have a lot of variety and some spice to it every now and then. But there isn't really any special gimmick to this tournament and how the fighters will play out their matches. It's basically going to be the same format as most of the tournaments that we've seen previously, except for the Team 2v2 one. Obviously, that was a completely different format. But you start off with a bunch of free-for-alls, and then we dwindle down to 1v1s as the bracket gets shorter and more participants get eliminated. But there is one slight change about this one. There's not going to be any items. Final Smashes are still going to be on. No teams or anything like that. No stage morph or anything of the sort. It's just going to be our typical tournament style, kind of like what you saw in the very first episode of Project Rewind. But here's the catch about this one. So this is actually a random tournament. I call it random tournament because, as I've established, with the CPU tournament series, I go up to people asking if they'd like to participate, and then they get to choose their character, and if their character has not already been chosen by somebody else, they get to have that character to represent them in the tournament. However, this tournament is different. All you had to do was say you wanted to participate in the tournament, and you would get assigned a number, and that number would indicate which CPU you would be on the bracket. And then the random part about it is you didn't get to choose your character. The game chooses it for you. So nobody actually chose their character in this tournament. It's completely assigned to them by the game. So we get to see a lot of characters we have not seen in the tournament series yet, and I believe this first batch of characters right here are characters we have, or at least by the time this tournament came out, were characters that we have not seen in the tournament series yet. So this one was very exciting. Just to see some new characters, and also to see, at least for the participants, which character they actually end up getting for this tournament. So that's the only catch to this tournament. This is the first random tourney we ever do, in which participants are assigned a character that they did not choose. It was assigned to them by random. So I thought it was a pretty neat gimmick. So it had some variety and a lot of levels of unpredicting circumstances, I suppose. I was looking for a different word there. Unexpectedness. There you go. So yeah, that's basically all that there is to this tournament. Just going to be completely typical style of tournaments. Going to start off with some free-for-alls. All CPUs are at level 9, and then there will be some 1v1s in there too, and especially all 1v1s as we dwindle down to the final remaining characters. So yeah, Final Smashes are on, and no state cards are off, all that jazz. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. That's basically all I have to say about this tournament. It's just that each participant is assigned a random character. So, got our volume test right there. And let's hop right into the first match. I can't remember the exact date this tournament was held, but I'm sure it will come to me, and you can see it in the title of the video. So this was our 6th tournament that we ever held in the CPU tournament series. So let's hop right into the first random tourney we ever do, with our first match between a Richter, Marth, and Mario. The Richter belongs to Nathan Doffing, the Marth belongs to Zach Wisdom, and the Mario belongs to Neil Zogelman. So, let us go. Moving on into our first, let me adjust the camera here. It looks like it's more onto the Some more stuff showing on the right side than it is the left. Anyway, okay, so like I said, we're going to go to our first match here with a Richter, Martha, and Mario. So Martha, pretty aggressive CPU, I'd say. The AI is especially good for him. Then they consistently hit all, especially with the AI that's on the CPU, they're consistently hitting all those tipper attacks. Definitely can do a lot of damage and knockback, especially at high percents. Then we have a Richter CPU. Belmonts are pretty good, I think. It's just that, you know, the Belmonts just inherently struggle with recovering. But they do have a plethora of projectiles at their disposal to definitely camp out opponents and to rack up damage if needed. So I do think Richter is definitely going to be a little bit of a challenge here for our fighters. Then we have Mario. Mario's CPUs are okay. I don't think they're the greatest. I mean, once Mario actually like gets in the right mindset and really gets in the opponent's head, it's pretty hard to like predict. Not predict his movements, but like just really like oh Jesus, what is Richter doing there? Mario gonna get killed by Marth, but Richter trying to go down for a swift down air right there, but inevitably just ends up self-destructing. Oh, Marth in the perfect position for Mario to use his final smash on him, and that is going to connect, evening the game up now. And as you can see, all the characters are at 3 stocks now. Oh, catching Mario with a final smash here. Is that gonna kill? God damn, that final smash is so strong. Well, Mario already down to his last life now. Oh my gosh, and getting hit by Marth's final smash too, which is arguably one of the strongest final smashes in the game. Jesus Christ. That is insane. Mario is not having it right now. And like I was saying, Mario AI, it's okay. Like once he's in the right mindset, he can be a pretty aggressive CPU and rack up a lot of damage on you. But like, he just Mario doesn't have a terrible disadvantage like in game. I don't think like in competitive play. At least I don't think he does. But when it comes to CPUs, when Mario has the disadvantage. And it especially varies on the type of character he's fighting, but it can be pretty bad. But anyway, as you can see, all characters started with 3 lives this time instead of 4. We're gonna take a little break of the 4 live style tournaments for now until we actually come back to them, being the Team 2v2 tournaments and the item tournaments and the stage morph tournaments, because we're all going to see that type of tournament again. I know we're just rehashing old themes, but hey, it worked because, I mean, they worked. People liked them, so I figured why not keep going with them. Richter not going to recover back to the stage, and Marth going to end it with like a double KO right there, I think, because I think he was the one that ended off Richter's final stock too. Richter not going to make it back to the stage, but Marth going to finish off Mario's lives with a swift shield breaker stab right there. That was very clean coming from Marth. So Nathan Dopping's Richter and Neil Zolgman's Mario not going to move on in bracket, but Zach Wisdom's Marth going to move on to fight to see another day. So let us move on in bracket and see which other competitors we have in this tournament. Moving on into our second match of the bracket here. We're going on to the Mushroom Kingdom stage. We're only really seeing Smash 64 stages so far. We have a Wii Fit trainer and a Donkey Kong. I believe this is also the very first time we're seeing these characters in the bracket too. We may have seen Donkey Kong early no, I don't know if we've seen Donkey Kong in other tournaments yet. But anyways, Wii Fit trainer, okay, I guess not chosen by Kofi because completely assigned by random. But the Wii Fit trainer belongs to Kobe Billups, and the Donkey Kong belongs to Brennan Heckle. So as I was saying in the last match, you saw that all the characters are starting with 3 lives instead of 4, and we're just gonna take a break from the 4 stock style tournaments for now, but we're gonna see those type of tournaments later in the future. I know I'm just rehashing old themes, but you guys seem to like them, so it was definitely not a bad thing to do them again, and especially they just worked for just a perfect tournament style bracket. I mean, there's so much different stuff you can do with Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's insane. This game, you can form different battles of like nearly infinite possibilities. But like when you have Experiment, that was a really good combo right there. We've been Trainer in a very bad spot from Donkey Kong right there, going to lead right into his final smash. Donkey Kong still living at all 3 of his lives. We've been Trainer already being knocked down to her last one. She's gonna have a lot of work to do if she plans to make a comeback. With Donkey Kong CPUs, they're pretty damn good. Wii Fit Trainers, not so much. Nice backer coming right there, though. Definitely going to take off a stock. Wii Fit Trainer going to find an opportunity to use the final smash here. Definitely a very scary position to be at. If Donkey Kong would directed that the other way, that would have been the game. But anyway, like, it just worked, and those themes, when you've experimented with this game to the extent that I have, you find that you run out of ideas, and there's only a certain amount of things you can really do with this game, especially when it comes to like the tournament series. So rehashing themes was not a bad thing at all. Like if I potentially do a second season, I'll try to find more themes, but I can't promise anything like entirely new. But anyway, Donkey Kong going to take the game right there in a very quick match, in a very stylish fashion as well. Going to end off with a clean kill at the very beginning, and also a very, very swift final smash combo. Wii Fit Trainer able to do some damage near the end there, but unfortunately Donkey Kong just had way more of a lead compared to her, so a comeback was almost impossible. So Brennan Heckle's Donkey Kong going to move on in bracket, with Kobe Phillips as Wii Fit Trainer unfortunately not going to see the rest of the tournament. So let's move on in bracket. We're going to see another free-for-all and see what other competitors we have awaiting us. Moving on to our third match of the tournament here, folks. We have a Fox, Mewtwo, and Bowser. I believe I'm correct when I say that all 3 of these characters as well make their debut in this tournament. I could be wrong, but I feel like I'm right. But anyway, I'm going to meet up with Fox, Mewtwo, and Bowser. The Fox belongs to Ian Solomon. The Mewtwo belongs to Chance Rogers, and the Bowser belongs to Bryn Chamberlain. So obviously none of these characters were chosen by any of our participants. They were simply assigned to them by the game. So Bryn got a little bit lucky here. Because as us CPU veterans know, there are certain CPUs that just pop off in the tournament series and are just really good candidates to pick. Such as like Yoshi, who's another really good candidate. Other characters have done like traditionally pretty well. The Earthbound characters have done pretty consistently well. And just a bunch of other characters as well. But Zelda, of course, we can't just simply leave out Zelda. But Bowser, I consider to be possibly the second best CPU out of all the CPU AIs in the game. I mean, Bowser just a very powerful character already, even in like competitive gameplay. Mewtwo going to use his final smash. Fox and Bowser both going to get caught by it. Ooh, shit! Nice forward air into the final smash combo coming from Fox. That's definitely going to do a lot of damage and knockback on Mewtwo. Not enough to kill him, though. Despite how light he is. And floaty. But Bowser is just a really good candidate. I mean, he's the heaviest character in the game and just has a lot of kill power behind him. And when a CPU can really put that to good use, it's just a powerhouse. And the Bowser CPU is no different. Bowser CPU is a really good candidate in the CPU tournament series. So we'll just have to see how that goes, or how this match goes. Anyway, Fox and Mewtwo already down to their last lives. Bowser still hanging in at 2. The only disadvantage about Bowser here is that he's a big target, and so damage can be racked up pretty quick on him and can be ended off pretty quickly. Mewtwo just being a light character. Oh shit! Mewtwo going to finish off Bowser's last stock, going to even up the game. Getting pretty close to kill percentage, going to obtain his final smash though in a last-ditch effort to do some damage. Bowser not going to hesitate to use his first, though. Yeah, Mewtwo kind of left himself wide open right there, but simultaneously going to KO Fox as well. He just got caught right on the edge of the crosshair there from Bowser's fist. And that is going to be that match, everybody. Prince Chamberlain's Bowser, like I've said, just a really good candidate of a CPU. Going to move on in bracket. Mewtwo and Fox going to tie for second because they died at practically the same time. So Ian Solomon's Fox and Chance Rogers Mewtwo unfortunately not going to move on any further in brackets. But they made a valiant effort for the gameplay that are there. Mewtwo doing some really good finishes, and Fox showing off a very flashy final smash combo, I'll have to say. But yeah, we're going to move on in bracket, everybody. Let us see who awaits us on the very end of the left side of the bracket. Moving on to our fourth match of the bracket here, we have a Sonic and an Isabelle. So the Sonic belongs to Bella Solomon, and the Isabelle belongs to Avery Stoll. And we're going to be going on to Garreg Mach Monastery for the stage right here. Okay, so I don't understand why this is the case, but I kind of understand it. With stage hazards off on this stage, you're only going to be in the little church setting of this stage. It's from Fire Emblem Three Houses. But if stage hazards are off, you actually get the full experience of the stage. You get to travel along various different places in the like the main hub of the game. Oh man, nice combo right there coming from Isabelle. Both these, so just because halves are off, we're going to be staying on this portion of the stage only. Nice combo right there coming from Isabelle. The back air into the blast zone, and then going to finish it off with a net catch. Pretty close to the left side. It's a walk-off with only this portion of the stage, so early KOs are possible. Both these CPUs, I think, are pretty good candidates. Sonic going to initiate his final smash. That's definitely going to be a kill on Isabelle. She isn't careful about, so I expected that. But Sonic, just a lot of speed and some decent kill power behind his attacks. So if you see him in future tournaments, he's actually a pretty good candidate. Shows off a very exceptional performance. But Isabelle, like I fought against level 9 Isabelles. They're kind of a pain in the butt to fight against. Like the AI just utilizes all of her tools at her disposal just perfectly. And then on top of that, it just seems to always land the final smash, so we could see an imminent KO coming from Sonic right here. Gonna catch Sonic with the final smash, and Villager and Isabelle's final smashes are pretty strong, so this might just kill. Barely going to kill though, or almost going to kill. Sonic getting sent pretty far into the blast zone, but not going to be enough. Isabelle has him cornered, catching him with the fishing rod, going to send him into the blast zone. That's going to be the game, everybody. I'd say Isabelle and Sonic, they're pretty good CPUs, but Isabelle showed him what's really good right now. Damn, we hardly even got a few minutes into that match. Well, that is going to be that match. So Isabelle's Avery Stoll's Isabelle going to move on in bracket. Bella Solomon and Sonic not really, unfortunately, going to see the rest of the tournament. But let us move on in bracket and see what other matches await us. Going to move on to the right side to see some new characters and some new participants. Moving on to our fifth match of round 1 of the tournament. We meet up with a Steve, a Pichu, and a Dark Pit. So I believe in the last match, I don't know, in the last match with Sonic and Isabelle, I know we've seen Isabelle in a previous tournament, in the Team 2v2 one. I can't remember if Sonic was ever in a previous tournament. I don't think he was, so that might have been the first time we've seen Sonic. These are all technically new characters in the series right here. The Steve belongs to Annette Burnson. The Pichu belongs to me. And the Dark Pit belongs to new participant in the tournament series, actually, Josh Bidwell. I know he isn't the biggest Smash Bros. Fan, but he was always willing to support my content, so he decided to give it a shot. And he didn't have to choose any character, so Pichu and Dark Pit, both characters we have not seen in the tournament series thus far. Ooh, shit! Nice spike right there coming from Pichu. I love hitting Pikachu's down air, or Pichu's down air. It's so satisfying. And I chose Pichu because when it comes to choosing Pikachu over or Pikachu between Pikachu or Pichu, I typically go with Pichu because he's just a joke. He's just a joke character. I mean, he's the lightest character in the game and can damage himself pretty badly. Ooh! Dark Pit getting a really good snipe right there with his final smash from Steve. Definitely going to be a KO on him, but Pichu not going to use his final smash very well. And also not getting KO'd by that final smash earlier. I would have entirely expected it to do so. But anyway, I just choose Pichu because I like his speed compared to Pichu. I'm starting to like Pikachu a little bit more than Pichu, and I think that's just because Pikachu is significantly better. But you know, I still like Pichu, so I chose him. And then technically we haven't seen Steve in the tournament series either. We've seen Alex in the previous tournament, the female default avatar from Minecraft, but now we got the main man himself in this match. Dark Pit barely living at a 190%. Pichu already down to his last stock. It's definitely going to be a wonky stage for Fires to fight on. Pikachu, oh no! Pichu going to suffer a very brutal defeat right there. He went out in style though, you have to admit. Going to get another spike on Dark Pit right there. Practically adding insult to injury, but Steve going to finish Pichu off with a final smash that almost didn't connect. But Steve still living at 2 stocks. Dark Pit already down to his last one. Steve going to give Dark Pit his final smash though. Pretty good final smash if you get a lot of damage on there. Definitely going to do a lot of damage. Knockback. I'm going to send Steve into the skies. All comes down to these two right now. And Steve's just pretty good. The Steve AI is just really good at landing really good combos, especially with implementing blocks to place around the stage. Nice clean up smash right there from the magma block. Going to do it again. I mean, it's not a bad idea. He can just stay over there and mine until the day he dies. Going to use the Elytra as an attack. Interesting. But anyway, Dark Pit not looking like he's at a good percent compared to Steve, but Steve wasn't disadvantaged for a little bit there. Dark Pit kind of getting in his head right there. Nice combo going to lead into it. Steve going to make it back to the stage safe and sound, but Dark Pit is definitely in trouble. Steve, final smash on the board. If he is able to connect this, it is definitely game. Oh, I'm just waiting because I know he's going to do it. Yep, Steve going to end off the game with a clean final smash, pressuring Dark Pit immensely right there. Definitely got me all tensed up because I just wondered when he's going to use it. He just keeps throwing Dark Pit against the stage. Just waiting for the perfect opportunity, and he saw it. So, Netburns and Steve going to move on in brackets with Josh and I's characters, unfortunately not going to see the rest of the tournament. But, you know, such is the way of the tournaments, as we've seen. Pichu just went a little too hard. But I appreciate it. Got lost in the sauce, but I definitely respect that. So, Netburns and Steve going to move on in bracket. Let us move on to more matches and see what awaits us there. Moving on to our 6th match of round 1, we have a Lucario and a Ridley. I think this is our first time seeing Lucario in the tournament, and you'll be seeing Lucario a lot in the CPU tournament series from here on out. And I'll give you the reason why. But anyway, the Lucario belongs to Caden Howard, and the Ridley belongs to Austin Doffing. So I'm just gonna say this right now. Caden Howard's Lucario gets I have a couple of things to say about this match. Caden Howard's Lucario actually ends up getting pretty far in this tournament. Doesn't win it, unfortunately. I'm just going to say that right now. For those of you who remember the tournament, pretty close match. But Doesn't end up actually winning the turn, but actually ends up getting pretty far, and thus leads Caden Howard to actually choose Lucario more often than not in the CPU tournament series after this tournament, because, I mean, Lucario and CPUs, they're not bad. I don't think they're the greatest, but it's just that aura that Lucario has behind him. He's just able to get a lot of early kills, especially if he is not killed at a pretty fast rate. And he's at almost max aura right now. I know he's at max rage, but max aura I think he reaches at like 180 or something. Initiating his final smash, that is definitely going to do a shitload of damage on Ridley, definitely going to get a KO. So I have something else to say about this match. It's practically going the exact way as the original, because Austin Doffing's Ridley, I don't think, okay, so not entirely, but I don't think Austin Doffing's Ridley got a single stock off in this match, because Ridley just, what did Lucario do there? Oh, okay, going to be an even game now. Definitely not going like how the original was. Nice final smash combo coming from Ridley right there. Ridley almost just SD'd like every single one of his stocks. So, like that. What the fuck, man? Why does he do this? I guess you could say it happened again, but in the original match, Ridley didn't end up taking a single stock off because he just got into a bad position on that stage and just making poor decisions. It practically happened again, using the up B to rack up some damage, but not really thinking about how that would affect him when he's off stage. Oh my god. It's almost just as funny as the original. Anyway, Lucario. Oh wait, no, we've seen Lucario in the very first tournament. I stand corrected. But anyway, Caden Howard's Lucario going to move on and bracketed Austin Doffing's Ridley. Not going to see the rest of the tournament for obvious reasons. So let us move on to our last free-for-all match of the tournament, and then we will see where it goes from there. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still laughing about that last match right there. Oh, shit. Okay, anyway, we're on our 7th match right here of the tournament. And we meet up with a Snake, Robin, and Ken for this match. I have a really funny story about this match. So the Snake belongs to Dakota Beck, and the Robin, here's where the funny part comes in. The Robin belongs to Robin Hireman. So, completely by coincidence, the random algorithm actually ended up giving Robin Hireman the Robin character from Fire Emblem Awakening, and I could be dead wrong about this, but I believe another reason why I was so hyped that she got this character was because she's into wizardry and all that stuff. I believe she's a big fan of the Harry Potter series. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that is correct. And then also we got the female variant of Robin, other than the male variant. So it was just cool. It just completely by coincidence that Robin actually ended up getting this exact character. So it was just really funny to see. But anyway, we also have a Ken, and the Ken belongs to Emma Zolgman. Emma Zolgman obviously not going to have Ike for this tournament because, you know, the chances of that happening with the random tournament are very slim. All characters at a very high percent right now. Robin going to be the first one to take the first blood, going to get rid of Ken's first stock. Excuse me, everybody. Snake going to be the one to retain. Oh, okay, never mind. I was about to say, Snake living at 3 stocks, but Ken going to initiate his final smash, the Shin Ryuken. Going to definitely rack up some damage and get a KO off of Robin there. Oh shit! Robin racked up the damage on Ken right there with his final smash. Crawl making a guest appearance in the tournament. That is going to be the first. Oh shit! Wait. Oh, Ken's already on his last stock. Damn. You better be careful, especially with Snake targeting him with his final smash right there. Could see an early KO right there. Snake still has a lot of fight left in him, but again, the chances of him making a comeback are pretty slim, so he's gonna have to work pretty damn hard. Snake and Robin still living at their their 2 lives though, so we're just gonna have to see where the match leads with them taking the advantage at the moment. Snake just trying to camp everybody out, but also get a little bit aggressive by getting in his opponent's face with all of his melee attacks. But of course his projectiles are going to be the thing that is going to get him to victory here with all of his grenades, C4, and Nikita missiles. Nice nair or something? I don't even know, but Robin ended up killing Snake right there. Ken in a very bad spot. Gonna obtain his final smash though, see if he can make use of it. Nice final smash. He connected it on Robin right there, going to even up the game for Snake and Robin, but Snake going to eliminate Ken from the match, leaving these two to duke it out. Honestly, both these CPUs are pretty good candidates. Ken CPUs are meh. I mean, they just don't really know. I just haven't seen very good Ken CPUs in the CPU tournament series. But Snake and Robin are some pretty good candidates. Snake just definitely knows how to utilize his projectiles, except for right there, using the C4 against himself. You did it twice! What are you doing? Robin's CPU's definitely pretty good ones, though. Definitely know how to use all of their tools in their toolkit, and definitely can land some pretty strong attacks. Damn! Snake barely going to dodge the final smash right there. Robin racking up the damage on him. Doesn't look like he's in too good of a position right now. Not going to hesitate to use his final smash, though. If Robin stays that high on the stage, she might just meet her inevitable doom. Okay, doesn't really get hit by a lot of those missiles right there, so Robin still has a pretty good fighting chance in her. Snake trying to correct that though, racking up the damage with all his projectiles and melee attacks. Robin just trying to find a good opportunity to land a good attack. Uses the Thoron right there, going to send Snake pretty far into the blast zone. I'd say it's gonna be pretty close right now, but Snake finding the perfect opportunity to get a KO. Robin getting a little bit too cocky with all of her spells, going to use the arc fire to try and rack up some damage, but Snake landing right in front of her right after she uses it, going to get a strong forward smash kill on her. Dakota bets Snake going to move on in bracket with Robin Hireman's Robin and Emma Zolgman's Ken. Unfortunately not going to see the rest of the fight, but they put up a valiant effort. Alright, let's move on to our last match of round 1, and we will see our joke character, and then we'll move on to round 2 from there. Moving on to our last match of round 1, everybody, we meet up with a Zero Suit Samus and the joke character for this tournament, a creeper from Minecraft. I was debating actually doing something else for the joke character related to a creeper. And it's this Mii that I made that he goes by the name of Cream. Chreem, I believe I named him. It's a combination of the creeper mask and Chrom's body, like the character Chrom in this game, and also from Fire Emblem Awakening. Because there is a Mii costume of Chrom. But see, I wanted to stick to the commentary to this match because that's my job. So I just decided to, oh shit, damn, very unlucky KO, going to eliminate Creeper right there. What was it saying? What was it saying? Okay, so the Creeper thing, instead of giving a long backstory of how Cream came to be, I just decided to just stick with something that people would recognize, and in this case, it's just a simple creeper from Minecraft. Oh damn it! Really, just knocking Zero Suit Samus over and over again with the up tilt, going to finally land the final smash though. So, instead of giving people a long backstory of how Cream came to be, I just decided to stick with something that people recognize. So I just made a Creeper Mii with the Creeper costume. It is very cursed, as you can see. But anyway, the Zero Suit Samus, I don't even think I've mentioned that. The Zero Suit Samus belongs to Brady Solomon. So let's see how his CPU does in this match. Going on to Palutena's Temple for this stage. I believe this is like the only time we actually see Palutena's Temple in the CPU Tournament Series. It's a pretty big stage, probably the biggest stage in the game. I'm not sure if the Great Cave Offensive is bigger, but we don't see Great Cave Offensive because that stage is just ridiculous. I'm a Kirby fan, and even I'm not a big fan of that stage. So we have Creeper already down in his last stock here. I expected somewhat of a long game because of how big this stage was, but I guess we won't really be seeing one because Creeper already down to his last stock, and Zero Suit Samus barely making it back to that small little ledge right there. They're just hogging for it right now. Racking up the damage. Zero Suit Samus says both characters almost about to obtain their final smash. That could definitely spell due for Creeper if he's this low on the stage. Going to obtain his first, not going to connect it though. Barely makes it back to the stage there. Mii Brawlers are pretty good CPUs, but sometimes their recovery, depending on which one it is, can put them in a very bad situation. Oh shoot! Creeper barely going to tech off that last surface right there. Still going to hang on to his life. Definitely in a very bad position though, because he's about to lose his last stock with the percent that he is at. Just really seem to be fighting on the bottom part of the stage more so than the top. I don't know how he's doing this. They're living at 184. Then again, I guess on this stage it's possible. So many places to tech off of. You can see CPU, and especially since their CPUs can tech so easily, it's possible to see a lot of. I think Creeper still got a shit ton of fight left in him. Going to use the head-on assault. Going to try and break Zero Suit Samus' shield, but not going to do it. Gets a little far off the stage right there. Going to hopefully make it back to that ledge. Doesn't use the full up B though. Really? What? Did the down air spike? I mean, I know Zero Suit Samus's down air can spike. I guess she hit the very first frame of it. But I didn't think it was spike right there. He looked like he was going to make it back to the stage. Well, anyway, that's it. I just love Creeper's clap animation right there. So Brady Solomon, Zero Suit Samus going to move on in bracket. And we shall see no more of Creeper. But now it's time to move on to round 2 of the tournament. So let us see how that goes. In the possibly the second part of the video. I may end up the video right here. But anyway, regardless, let us see where the tournament goes from there.